Hey guys, so I'm just messing about with this chat box I am, and then let me just get this sorted out. If you hear any typing in the background, it's Megan in the back, but I've got something really cool, so I just kind of want to show you guys what it is, and we'll jump right in. But this isn't going to be like a long video at all. It's just something I kind of wanted to show you, is because I think it's really cool, and it's something that I'm a part of, kind of. So hey, you know. So let me just put this up here, and then let me just see. I'll need to move this over, so I will actually onto this screen, and I'll turn that off. And hopefully this works. Sound good? Yeah. Let's hopefully it works. Otherwise, because I'm dying a screen, you see, because I have to. So if I want to turn the webcam on and show you guys what I got here, it's kind of a bit of a mess. I know. What can I say? It's my style, after all, isn't it? But so there's this here like new magazine out, and it's really weird. So do you guys remember like Dragon Magazine and stuff? Oh, you got issue number 2. Oh, Ancaster, yeah. So I looped the 3D printing article sorted in issue number 2. So I thought I might as well talk about it, but before we really get into it, I just want to say I don't actually make any money off this. I wasn't like paid um, to like write this article. It's just I thought it was like really cool, and I first got in contact with the guy asking if I could just put like an ad in the magazine, and he asked me, it's like, well, 3D printing is pretty cool. So do you want to like, if you're up for it, do you want to like write an article about 3D printing? I was like, yeah, sure, why not? And I've never done anything like this before, so I don't know. It was actually really fun. So I'll go down and show you my article first. So I will. Um, Let me see. Here we are. Here we are. How to get into 3D printing. So this is a really basic primer. I just kind of go over stuff like really quickly, like some of the ins and outs. I really try and just get across to people that 3D printing isn't for everyone. It does require a bit of a learning curve. It's not like, oh, here we got a super chat. Just subscribe to on Gumroad. Heard the words Korean baby for yeah, yeah. That's good, old man, isn't it? Many money to show. Oh, thank you. Me and Megan actually have just we haven't finished. Well, we finished recording it, and I'm near finished editing that video. So I am. So I might upload the video early. Just because it's done, you know what I mean. So like, you guys are paying for it. I know it's supposed to be going up on Fridays, but like, I mean, like, if you get the video early, I don't think anyone's gonna like be upset about that. You know what I mean? Like, that's the way I look at it. But yeah, look here. Let me just show you guys what it is. So let me boom, turn on webcam here. So yeah, what y'all got the magazine? Didn't you guys like buy like for me? I never bought Dragon magazine because it was like I didn't get into role playing games until I was like way older. Like I didn't get into them like until like 20 like 16 or so, you know what I mean? Like that sort of thing. Whereas I've been into like war games and stuff pretty much my whole life. So for me, it was all about White Dwarf. Oh, I should have done that. I should have pulled out some of my White Dwarf magazines. But honestly, I just think it's really cool to be getting like something like this coming back. And it is only out like 4 times a year. It's a quarterly magazine, so it is. So I have written an article for the third one, but that's going to be a wee while before that's out. But like, I just want to kind of like skim over them, show you guys what the magazines are all about. So we'll go for issue number 1, will I? And I'll throw it up on screen because I think it's a bit easier showing you guys the actual PDF, you know. And it's kind of all over the place, like, you know, it's kind of what you would expect, like if you've ever read any of them old Dragon magazines. Like, what do we have? Professional cartography for beginners. We got some reviews of upcoming board games. There's an adventure in all of them. I was trying to get the guy. I asked him if he would be interested in giving him Death March, but Death March is just too big to fit into the magazine. You know what I mean? So like that just wouldn't work out. Also, the guy that runs it is pretty cool. The guy who runs like Mad Scribe Publications. Um, he told me, I was talking to him. He's like, have you ever like looked into like Facebook adverts or anything? Because like I think they're pretty good from like the good experience that I have with them. And he said, no, I'm banned from Facebook because I keep shouting out liberals. You know. So I thought that was pretty funny. You know what I mean? I thought that was pretty good. So like, look, at least the publisher's pretty dead on. But anyway, so we'll just jump into this and show you guys a basic of what it's about, just so you guys know what it is. And again, I'm not getting paid for this. I want it to be good though. I really want it to like take off, this sort of thing, because I actually really enjoyed writing the article, and it's only like quarterly, so why not? I'd also love to hear about Northern Ireland culture and history from an actual Karen and James. There, Megan, there you go. Someone does want it on the paid for. He wants it back.
I didn't think it was good enough for the paid for it. It's the only thing.
Right, okay, fair enough. What? Yeah, your microphone's off, so you have to shout over, so you do. Do you want me to turn your microphone on?
Turn it on. I'm not going to be talking all the time.
Alright, okay, well, I'll turn you up then, just in case you do. How does that sound? Fair deal then, yeah?
I didn't think it was good enough for the paid for.
Yeah, well, that's the thing.
I'd rather just talk about it on the channel.
Well, the thing is, what we wanted to do was, if the paid for stuff, we really wanted to be stuff that you cannot do on YouTube. That's the whole gimmick, because, like, it needs to be stuff that you shouldn't be able to do. Like, it's stuff that we want to do, but stuff that it would just get you banned. It would get you would get all the SJWs running up about you. It would just be a nightmare. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what we're doing with Gumload. But anyway, look. So Mad Scribe, let's just go through this and give you guys an idea of what the magazine is. I didn't tell the publisher I was going to do this, so I don't know if he's going to be like cool with me just showing everyone like what's in his books. But like, hey, like, promotion's promotion, and like, as far as I'm aware, it's a relatively small and obscure hobby magazine. And let's be serious, this like actual like magazines, who the fuck is making magazines in 2023? You know what I mean? Like, come on. But I would love this to like really take off, so I thought, you know what, I want to talk about it. And also, here, let me show you guys something else that's really cool. So I'll pull this over, because this is the other reason why I wanted to talk about it. Is so you hear that slam? Hold on, let me put on the camera. So Thingy was asking for reviewers, so I put in for Lamentations, and they sent me this big stack of books. How many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hardbacks, and then 3 softbacks. And this will probably get me into trouble, but like, fuck it, who cares at this point? Will I show them? It's the poo one. Can I
get you into trouble.
Will it not? Okay, so there we go. Fecal Lands. This is a book that actually exists, so I got sent it to review. But I don't really like. The thing is, I wanted to talk about Mad Scribe beforehand, because I got that in before. So I really want to just get this out and show you guys what it's all about, before we keep going. Anyway, so like, I'll turn the webcam off. Let's just go through this and show you guys what it's all about, because you get a little mix of everything, if I be honest with you. So I think it's really cool. That's all I can say. So let's keep going. So we got a word from the editor. I thought this was really interesting. The guy's a proper boomer, but as I say, he's pretty beast, because he's banned from Facebook for shit. Yeah, I was shouting at the liberals again, so I was. So like, I don't know, I think the guy's pretty cool. And he was just talking about like, what he wants to do and all that type of stuff. Yeah, well, you do get it. You can get it in PDF form, but like, I don't know, it's one of those ones. I think like, check it out in magazine. And again, it's not like a monthly magazine. You only get it like 4 times a year they come out, so it's not like a big one. The other thing I'm not fussed on is the way he's got a Patreon for it, but I think he needs to sort out like some from like subscription tier, because I would sign up for a subscription tier, and it's like, you don't think about it, you just get sent out the magazine like 4 times a year, and that's it, and then you just forget about it. He needs to sort that out, but I've got no idea. So anyway, here's something for a quick cartography for beginners. He's been doing it for a very, very long time. He's won a load of awards for it. I thought it was really interesting. Again, it's kind of similar to the way I did it with the 3D printing. It's really just a primer of how to get into it and how to start, but I thought it was pretty cool. Again, he goes over like software and stuff and all that jazz. Here we got some free music. This here is done by Grimjim. Grimjim is the formatter for Garblu's book, but also he's been like doing games for like since before I was fucking born. He's a weird guy, to say the least, but like he's very opposite end of the political spectrum from me, so he is, but he's still pretty cool, and I like think overall he's not a bad guy. But like, everyone seems to hate him. You know what I mean? It's kind of funny just how much people hate him. But I thought that was a pretty good article, worth checking out. That's not too slow for any. Yeah, you see if you go like too fast. See if I think it would be too much because the magazine's too small, and I think the guy wants to make it like sustainable within reason. Whereas if you just do it quarterly, then it's perfectly able to keep it small scale. You know. But anyway, yeah. So he talks about old school here, AI, and the future loss of logos. I thought this was actually pretty good. He did a few books. I'm actually really interested in some of his books. Slam. They look really cool, but I've never actually picked any of them up yet because he only does them like Kickstarter, and I don't really want to just buy the PDF because I would much rather get like the physical version of it. But his stuff does look pretty cool. There's a few adverts for his stuff in here, so just a wee thing talking about AI. That's his one, Hell Knight. That's what it is. I've been really thinking about it, picking it up, so I have, but one of those ones. What else do we have? Some adverts. What is gatekeeping? This is done by Matthew Austin. So me and Matthew have been talking a lot recently, and we've got an idea for something, but I don't really want to talk about what that idea is. Matthew also wrote a few things for the Red Room. The Red Room is that, remember that magazine, remember that one man me and Garbu talked about like a few months back, and the guys got banned off RPG Drive-Thru for the whole thing. He wrote some stuff for them, and it was doing really well. It was like his first like ever publication, like it's the first time he's ever like written something to be published, and it was doing really well. He'd made like a few $100 within the first like week or so, and for like someone that's never really done that before, that was kind of like amazing. And then the publisher got banned, so that was him pretty much fucked. So me and him have been talking about a few things, and I thought what he has to say about gatekeeping was actually really interesting. Guy's he's a bit of a grognard, but it's a bit of a grognard magazine, I suppose, isn't it? Good dude, but everyone hates him. Literally everyone James knows. Yes, it is. Well, the thing is, it's because so Grim Jim, when it comes to anything to do with like free speech, he's like on point. Like I've never met like a liberal before who's like really really hyper on to like free speech, but see when it comes to like anything to do with like COVID, it's like, could you be any more wrong? You know what I mean?
Right,
it's like
Chandler, could you be
no, but you know what I mean? It's like there's some things he's so fucking right about, and there's other things that he's so fucking wrong about. But because he's very staunch in his beliefs, everyone hates him. Like there's pretty much like there's very few groups of people that are like, yeah, he's alright. I like the guy. I think he does a good job. You know, and I've only spoken to him like 3 or 4 times, and I got no issues with the guy. I don't see why everyone fucking hates him. But anyway, so what is gatekeeping? I thought that was quite good. So it was. He keeps going for a bit. Here's some guys with advertisements for their artwork. And there's another advert for Big Geek Emporium. They're like trying to be like a competitor to Drive-Thru in some way. And then who's this one from? I don't know. How D&D tried to live up to its name. Again, it's kind of like it's to do with the whole expansion. When was this posted? When did this come out? This came out the first quarter. So yeah, it would be like, you know, that's the problem with the quarterly magazine. It's so like, for internet, it may as well be like giga slow because like, you know, by whenever someone writes an article to when it gets published, the news has just gone by. So I suppose that's why these sort of things did die out. You know what I mean? Can we get the magazine off Amazon, or do we use a dedicated website? It's in the description, so it is. It is down below. You can get them off Drive-Thru, but I do believe you can get them. You know what? Here, I'm gonna message the publisher and get him into the chat here. 1 second. Let's see if he's online. Let me just see. I'll try and see if I can bully him into coming on. I don't know if he's online. Hear about Mad Scribe. Let's see if he comes on or not. Let me just see. I'll send him a link here, and if he shows up, sort of thing. I don't know. But I think he does do his stuff on... I'm pretty positive he does. I'm near sure that he also sells his stuff, also goes up on Amazon. But I think if you do it through Drive-Thru, you do get the PDF and the physical print, so you know that's a thing. Anyway, so what's this? Mad Musings. Which one's? Yeah, this is more from that one talking about just like shit that was going on with Wizards of the Coast at the start of the year. You know what I mean? More adverts for, again, this, I kind of like this. I like to see it, like, adverts like these. I was so used to seeing, like, this sort of stuff. Like, I'm very nostalgic for this sort of stuff. And again, maybe I'm being a bit too, I don't know, I miss this, and I think it's a shame that these sort of things died out. And I hope by, like, getting involved with this sort of thing, I hope to see it, like, live again, Oh, here we go. So, top games. So again, I think this guy's got a YouTube channel, if I remember. I'm not sure. Most of the people that have written for this have got YouTube channels. I think I've seen that guy before, though, whether Fez and Monocle. Let me see. Let me type in Fez and Monocle. Let's see. Views. Or does the guy just have a... No, I think the guy's just got a blog. I'm not sure, if I be honest with you. I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, so you got some reviews. I said to Garbo, because I'll go down. Oh, here, this is something... I'll show you guys this. So this is part of the Silk Road. This is from RPG Pundit. This is a supplement more to his book, but he does, like, historically accurate stuff. I will say the guy's kind of, like, went a bit deranged on Twitter for the last week bit there, but, like, overall, I don't think he's a bad guy, but, like, you know what? Twitter melts people's minds. You know what I mean? I suppose you can be forgiven, can't you? But yeah, he does that. They also, come to think of it, it's the same publisher that does his Sword and Caravan. I really want to review that, because honestly, Sword and Caravan is a really fucking good book. It's like, so it goes from Richard the Lionheart up to around about the time of the Mongolian invasion of Baghdad, or the sacking of Baghdad, and then around that. And essentially the whole book is like a big giga hex map for the Silk Road. I think it's pretty good. But it's one of those sort of games I don't think I could ever actually run it myself, because it's too serious, if that makes sense. I don't think I could pull off, like, a historically accurate game ever, because it's, I don't know, I'm just too wacky. I just don't think I've got it in me to be able to pull that shit off. But I do want to talk about it at some stage, because it is a really cool book, and it's something that I don't really have. Where are the goblins at? Do we have I don't know if there's goblins. Hilda finds a home. What's this one? This story is inspired by the classic board game Dungeon. So that's a wee short story, so it is. Oh no, this is an adventure, so it is. Yeah, it's the adventure in this one. You got a wee short adventure. Now the other one does have more maps and stuff, if I remember. But look, let's just keep going. Yeah, we got a battle report. I was saying to Garbo he should do this, because he used to do battle reports on his old channel, and he would just, like, take pictures and, like, talk over it. So, like, I think he should, like, look into maybe doing some of these, because, like, Garbo loves his war games. I think Garbo prefers war games than he does role-playing games, if I be honest with you. But yeah, I think it's pretty cool. Some Napoleonic stuff. Bimmer tier. That's one from that other guy as well. That's the guy at the start of the book that did that Hell Ride or Hell Knight. Again, really, I'm interested in his stuff, but, like, he only does Kickstarter, so it's a bit of a pain to get a copy, and then I don't want to buy the physical version and the PDF separate, you know what I mean? It's just like, ugh. Some cosplay stuff, get some titties out, you know how it is. And then there we go, we've gotten a wee side quest, a wee adventure in the back. I'm thinking about giving the guy Steel Water, but I might rework Steel Water to work for Dice and Demons. I'm not too sure yet, honestly. I've got so much shit up in the air. Like, see the amount of stuff that is bottlenecked by artwork. It's actually insane. But I will say we do have a Kickstarter coming very soon, but it's super experimental. So I don't know if it's gonna, like, I don't know how it's gonna play out. I don't know if you guys are gonna be interested in it or not. But anyway, so you get a wee adventure quest you do with these. So, like, you know, again, you do get a lot. Like, even if it was just for the adventure alone, like, you know, I don't think that's bad for, like, the price point of them, you know. Here we go. And some license. Yeah, that's just from that game. More adverts, and that's the end of the first edition. So, again, I'll put it back on the thingy screen. Let me just put on my webcam. And you can see it's alright. It's a magazine. What else? I don't know how else to show you guys it. You know what I mean? But like the print's fine. It's print on demand. You know what I mean? Like Yeah. Do you want to see some titties? Oh, there we go. Ew, titties. You know what I mean? But yeah, they try and touch on a wee bit of everything. Like it is more. It's more like nerd culture in general than anything. So I think it's cool, but it's still really early days. So you don't really know what way they're going to be going about it, and you don't know what way they're going to be going ahead with it or anything like that. But again, that's just something I want to show you guys. So, do you choose the premium color? Yeah, these are. I don't know about this one. I don't know about the second issue one. Issue one. I don't know about this. This one got sent out to me. That was my payment. My payment was I got a free copy of the book or the free copy of the magazine. That was my payment. So just so you know, this one I did pay for. This one was premium. I don't know if I can see. The problem is my lighting's kind of piss poor. Not gonna lie, but they look about the same to me. So I'm going to assume they're both on the premium. But I don't really know, if I be honest with you. And again, my lighting's kind of shit. Not gonna lie. I don't know where my thingy light is. I've actually got like my bedroom light is on, and I have to like turn off the screen, so I do, to like get slightly better light. Otherwise, like if I put on my third screen, what do you see this? Do you want to see how washed out it looks? There we go. Is it gonna work? Oh, there we go. Yeah, let's see, that's just not gonna work, guys. Anyway, let me sort this stuff out. I'll move you back over here. And then we will turn you off. And then we will... Trust me, I'm a pro. Yeah, exactly. You wouldn't believe it, but I've been doing this for years, guys. I've actually been doing this for years. This is like what I do. This is my job. Yeah, you can't say it's not funny, Megan. You know what I mean? You'd think I'd probably have got better about it at this stage, but it's like, yeah, we'll get there, you know. I'm not that bad. But anyway. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, there was, you see on Terminally Online, I'm not even joking, there was like one guy being like, oh, you guys are like so unprofessional. It's like, that's our style.
Yeah, it's like, well, one guy's coughing and the other girl can't even read.
It's like, look, guys, that's kind of what we're all about. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what to tell you guys. But anyway, look, let me show you this magazine because I want to show it off. Yeah, it's part of the charm. Let's say that. Let's say it's part of the charm, will we? I don't know if it actually is or not at this point. But anyway, look, so Mad Scribe issue number 2. What do we have? The Slave and the Sorcerer, Mike Leach interview with, that's the guy that did the other one. He did an interview. How to start. He asked me if I wanted to do an interview, but I don't know what the fuck to say. Like, what do I really say? Interviews always, like, there's something about interviews because people ask me like weird questions, and I'm like, I kind of just like give like shitty responses. You know what I mean? I feel like I'd be better at one of those interviews if they sent me the messages like beforehand, but then that doesn't feel like a genuine interview, does it? This is the thing. I feel like people don't understand just how spurgy I am in real life. You know what I mean? So like, if you just like ask me a load of questions, I'm like, it's different when it's just like me and Megan, because I think I can pull that stuff off. But like, see if it's like someone that I don't know really, and they start like asking me stuff, I'm like, my spidey senses are tingling, guys. You know, it's like,
You do interviews with people and you're so fucking awkward.
I think people also, the thing is, I don't think people know whenever I'm joking or not, and like they can kind of get like offended sometimes because I can be kind of abrupt. But I'm not like saying that. I'm not like doing it in like a bad way. But like, that's just the way people take me. Okay, it's who I am.
It's me. It's my autism.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
yeah. So like, let's jump into this once we will. And so author, this is from the publisher, so it is. What color are you? Alright, okay.
Say James is a silent brain.
Silent brain. Oh, yeah. So again, this is another message to the leaders. He's talking about the absolute state of the hobby and what was going on at the time. Again, this is a wee bit out of date. Then we've got the apprentices. So these are the people subscribed to the Patreon. Again, I think the Patreon could be handled a lot better. I was saying to him, it's like, man, you need to set up a subscription service, because like the way it is at the minute, I wouldn't. Like I like the way I would do it is, or the way I like to do things is, would I be happy with that service? And if I would do it any other way, if I myself was going to buy it, then I have to do it that way. Does that make sense? Because I don't know. I just don't want to deal with bullshit. You know what I mean? Like, you need to be happy with yourself, and I think he could. But the way he's got it set up, it's really hard. So I don't know. I don't know. But I would like a subscription service because I'd be down for that. Anyway, so this was a Kickstarter movie, so it was, I believe. Some links to it. Apparently, it did quite well. It got some actually pretty good reviews. It was meant to be like a parody of like, I don't know if it's supposed to be a parody, but it feels like a parody of like. Have you ever seen like not Conan the Barbarian? Because that's actually a good one, but you know the really shitty sort of like Death. What's called like Death Striker and shit like that. I think that's what it was aiming for. But hey, it looks like the people that made it had a lot of fun. So like, hey, who cares? That's more of his own stuff. Oh yeah, look, he's got it on Amazon. Yeah, he's got it on Barnes and Nobles and Walmart. How the fuck did he get his stuff in Walmart? Anyway, this is one of his friends that died. I thought that was actually quite a nice wee one. These are some thingy studios. I think they don't do 3D printing models. They do like what do you call them? Like molds and stuff. Yeah, live action fucking Masters of the Universe, but like worse. I don't know how you could do that. We're talking about his friend. This is the man that I'm interested in. I think his books look really cool, and I've seen them about the place, and everyone that I've seen that talks about them all wank over them. But I just I haven't been able to get my hands on them yet, and I don't really have the money, and I haven't, like, I've seen good stuff about them, but I'm at the point where I've already got so many RPG books, and I need to, like, go through them. You know what I mean? I'm kind of at a weird point where it's like, no, I need to review more, I need to play through the ones that I've got before I buy any more at this point. Let's keep going. So again, he's just talking about all this stuff. I'd be horrible at this. That's all I can say. This is not cut out for me. Oh, here you've got a synth magazine, or not magazine, album. You can download that. I'm pretty sure it's a QR code. So like, I mean, I guess you could probably get the QR code off of this video. Sorry, sorry. Oh fuck, what have I done? Anyway, so yeah, this is my one. This is what I've done, and I kind of just go over it as quick as I could, and like really give people a really good basic understanding. I wish I had more pictures for it, but honestly, you see, what at the time I wrote this, I was up to my eyes in like shit, so I just didn't have the time to like actually like take more photos. That, and also I've got a big stack of this model already printed, so I haven't actually printed her in a while. I've still got like I've got a big bag of her just lying about, so I do, because we do get a lot. So just screen grab, guys. Yeah. Can't QR code on my phone. No. You need to get your backup phone out. Fuck. I don't know if I'm supposed to be doing this or not, guys, if I'll be honest with you. I hope the guy invites me back to like more articles. Well, here, look, he's only done two, and here, a bit of promotion didn't do anyone any harm, you know what I mean? I probably should have only showed the one I was in though. But yeah, so like, this is enough. Like, you know, like, I go over it, what you need, the type of mindset you need. Look, when it comes to 3D printing, it's gonna break. Your printer will shit itself. It will be a disaster, and it's not a matter of if it breaks, it's a matter of when it breaks, and spending the time to actually fix it can be not soul destroying would be the right word. Well, you know what, it's really fucking annoying whenever you've got like a load of orders in and you're down to one printer, and then that one printer shits itself, so then you have to spend like a day and a half fixing them all, and you've got no idea where to start. But now I'm at the point where I know how to fix them, so I'm good. But like, you know, it's one of those ones. It was trial and error, to say the least, and especially whenever you've got orders coming in, it can be like, if you get there, you know what I mean. I like the 3D printing overall. Like, you know, it's been good. But yeah, I've done some really stupid shit. So I've cracked the screen when the build plate went right through and smashed and everything leaked out. Easily, that's a low estimate, by the way. Over £2,000 worth of wasted, spilled, failed print resin. Resin costs maybe about £30 a litre, and I would say I've wasted maybe close to over 100 litres at this point of just wastage, you know, and that's not counted like supports and all that type of stuff, but that's just part and parcel with 3D printing. But yeah, I thought this was just a really basic primer to give you guys an idea of really what it entails, because I think a lot of people just think 3D printing is like magic. It's a lot of people think of 3D printing kind of like the way they do, what do you call it, like a replicator from Star Trek, and it's just not really like that. People do give you money for your professionalism. Oh, thanks, man. Thanks. The funny thing is, so me and my friend have started a new company, and I'm not going to say what the company is, but it's done amazingly well. And like, I don't know, it's like it feels really weird, but it's actually like the whole thing is like being done like very professionally, I have to say, and it's actually like coming together like really really well. So like, I don't know, I'm just happy that it's happy. It's nice that, because especially YouTube's just been battering the fuck out of us for years now. You know what I mean? It just feels like it's a never ending fight with them. It's like, right, you get things are going well. Oh no, sorry, channel's going to get demonetized. Oh no, we're going to ban your channel. Oh no, we're going to do this. Oh no, we're going to do this. Now we're going to do that. We're going to do that. You know what I mean? It just feels like it's just a nightmare. You know what I mean? I do love doing YouTube. It's just YouTube that I have an issue with. But like, you know, who the fuck wants to listen to someone garn about YouTube? You guys have heard that for a million times. So what's the point? We got more from this guy Eric Smith with illustrations. I think his stuff's quite good, so that's actually, I quite like it. Oh yeah, there we go. There's a goblin. Yeah, I knew there was a goblin somewhere in here. More adverts. Is more albums. I looked into these guys. They're actually pretty good. I actually thought they were pretty good. I was actually quite surprised with them. I was listening to that Lusty Pilgrim, so I was, and Dungeon Synth it's called. So I was thinking, you know what, I should maybe ask them, maybe if I could get a license to, like, you know, use them as like background noise for like Neckbeardy. I thought that would be pretty cool, because it's like, you know, it's Dungeon Synth, you know what I mean? I don't know. I thought it would be fun. But anyway, this is more from Fez and Monocle, and he does reviews of what's coming up. You guys have already seen that. He talks about other stuff, more adverts. Oh, there we go. This is a painter thingy, like, you know, display. I was talking to a guy that did some painting for me, and I asked him about doing an article for these guys, you know, but I don't know how well like a painting tutorial translates very well into like a magazine format. Like, you know, I think there's a reason why, if you're going to do like not reviews, but like tutorials, especially when it comes to painting, I think it has to be in video format. Like, unless you, like, I don't know, like do like an old, you know what I mean? It should be a video format, but I think it would be interesting to see someone try it. You know what I mean? But these guys are pretty good, and they've actually got some of the models we do, and we do these ones here, and that one there, that one there. Do we do any of these ones? No. Anyway, secret symbols language. This is actually pretty cool. So it is. This one talks about like thieves' cant and like leaving weird messages and stuff like that. I thought it was actually pretty cool. I think it's something that I might try out just as like handouts and stuff, just because I think it's kind of cool. But again, at the same time, if you're dealing with players and they've got no, like, if you'd read this and you have a kind of a basic grasp, I think you could do it. But like, if you just handed this to like players, they would just look at you and be like, "Don't be fucking silly. Give me the answer." You know what I mean? I'm just gonna whack it until I work something out. So I feel like this stuff is like a nice idea, but in practice, I don't know how practical it really is. But it's still a cool. It's a cool article. I'll give it that. Random encounters tables. Let's see, yeah, just to like make it more interesting, like a how-to guide. It's alright, but like honestly, you get so many random encounter tables from like every book ever. Like, it's one of those ones, like, you know, you almost don't need a random table. Like, you don't need to make them yourself at this point, just because there's about 1 billion of them online now. So like, I don't know. GMA. This is more about it. Oh, right, so this is the part 2. This is the adventure that was in the first one, so it was, but like they went a wee bit further. I think that's actually kind of cool that they're continuing on with it. Like, you know, they've got like an adventure and you can play it in each part. So I wonder if they're going to put it into the third one. I'll need to ask. ask him if he does do that or not. This is his one. It's like Beyond Siege sort of shit. This is Anchor is about. It's the man that publishes it. It's his own one, but I think he's done it as like a comic as well. More battle reports. Again, I need to get Garbo on this because like Garbo loves battle reports. He absolutely like this is what he lives for. So I might try and convince him to do one. The thing is, I just think this is like a cool thing to do more than anything. Like, again, like like there's no money in it, and again, it's a really small magazine. But I just like, I don't know. I kind of reminisce about like old like old White Dwarf. Like, man, I don't know if I would be half as in to 40k if it wasn't for White Dwarf. Zero money, lots of passion. Well, yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, again, it's a dying art form. Like, magazines, they're kind of gone, but I don't know. I just want to work on something, and like hopefully, if it becomes more and more successful, then I could like maybe be able to dedicate more time towards it. Because at the minute, it'd be like I've got like 20 minutes here. Let me like try and add on a wee bit to this article, and like I'll try and like spell check it and go over it, and like try and perfect it, like optimize it that wee bit more. But like at the minute, I need to be getting I need to be like my own shit at the minute, if I be honest with you. So that's the thing. Battle Report, Noble Knight Games. I thought like they're a pretty big company as far as I'm aware. Like they're quite a big US like games for us. I think they're a franchise, but I'm not too sure. So I couldn't really tell you. I'm not American, guys. You know this. Oh no! Oh babies, no, no. Yeah, so that's the thing. More like cosplayers and all that jazz. If I get in bother for this, I couldn't care less at this point. You know what I mean? Like this account's already shadow banned, so that's like, who cares?
I'm not here now.
Oh, sorry. No, it's because I was talking into the microphone just. So here we go. The Monster Flower Child. We got another adventure. You get quite a few adventures in this. You know what I mean? Like, see, for the price point, I don't think it's that bad for like what all you get into it. And like again, it's not like, this is the thing, it's not like going to like oversaturate you at all, just because you're only going to get 4 issues a year, and hopefully I'm going to be in more of them, so like that's always cool. Like the guy was actually really keen, because at the first I just asked him, like, yo man, could I just like put an advert in? And he was like, oh no, definitely, you got to do me an article. I was like, oh, I don't know, I've never really done like an article before, but I thought about it. I was like, okay, well look, let's just see what happens and we'll give it a go. And he liked it, and then I've done one for the third one, and he really enjoyed that one, so he did. He thought that one was actually quite good, but I don't want to spoil what that article's about. But he really enjoyed it, so he did. So I was happy with that. It's nice to like make something, and then like the publisher was like, yeah, fucking right, man, no, give me more of that shit. So like I thought that was kind of cool. I've never really had that before, So anyway, so we got this adventure, quite big enough. I don't want to show it all off. Oh, and then do we have another one? Or is this just more of it? I couldn't tell you if this is another quest or not. And then we got more adventures at the back, and that is us. So it is. So I'll go ahead and turn this off. So I will open it on my webcam. I'll turn off the screen. But yeah. Look, I just think it's cool, and I want to show you guys. That's all I can really say about this. It's still very early. It's still at a point where you've no idea if this is going to work out. You've got no idea if this is gonna, if they're just going to stop doing the magazine in like a couple of weeks' time. Who knows? Like maybe like like by the end of the year, be like, okay, we're only ever going to do 4 issues of this magazine. So like I don't know. I just kind of wanted to talk about it, show it off to you guys, and hopefully it becomes... Did James become a journo? Oh, no, here. Well, okay, I'll show you what I did. It wasn't journalism, guys. It wasn't journalism, because I'm talking about 3D printing, and it's not like news and stuff per se. It's more like articles on... I'll tell you what the next one... Okay, fuck it. Will I tell you? Okay, I'll tell you the next one's about how to, like, kind of... I see so many people complaining about, like, oh, I've got this book, but no one like. Here, let me move my microphone up to get rid of the shadow. Yeah, so this is what I did. Here, like we got Lizard Titties is now in print, guys. There you go. It's official. It's got staying power now. It's not just an internet meme. It's in print. Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, again, like, I don't get paid for it. Official printed. Yeah, exactly. This is like a little thing. It's like proper now, isn't it? That also, like, okay, you know what? What's a Weezer seller? Like, oh, let me get this. I'll just put it back up and I'll just leave it on this for a while. Hold on, give me a sec. Oh, here we go. Right, let's just leave it there, will we? Let's just leave the peach with all titties out. But yeah, so like, I don't know. I don't really know what else to say to you guys. I just kind of wanted to show it off, and if you're into, the thing is, it's a fucking magazine, so I don't really expect it to like have that much appeal, because let's be serious, magazines are just like. And the other thing is, a lot of the articles, some of the articles have been like kind of topical. There's not many like evergreen stuff. Well, there is evergreen stuff in it, like the Thieves' Cant one and a couple of the interviews and whatnot. But like, some of them are talking about stuff that is only going to matter, that only did matter like a couple months ago. You know what I mean? This channel like last season, that's a good point. Although Susan did start before me. When did Susan become CEO? I think it was like 2013 or so. Like she was CEO for a long time. You know what I mean? No, well, that's the thing. Like, he doesn't have like a proper subscription. Which I've been trying to bully him over. Hold on, let me see if I can get this up here. I'll throw back up on screen this. So they do have a Patreon. So they do. But so Scribe's Apprentice, and then they've got all the names of the people on it. I've become the Scribe's Apprentice today. As a Scribe's Apprentice, you'll not only get a subscription to Mad Scribe Magazine, but Patreons of this tier will also get a help determining the contents of future issues via fan requests, Q&As, and exclusive surveys. Furthermore, Mad Scribe Apprentices will be recognized in a special section of the magazine dedicated to the Patreon, so you get your name printed in it and you get a say and all that sort of stuff. But you still need to actually like order the magazine yourself. Like, if like you get a discount code essentially, which it's alright, but I would have been much happier if he had been. I think if he works that out, I think he'll be way more successful. Yeah, exactly. I think if he could just set up some form of like subscription service. Chad is subscribed. Why aren't you? Well, okay. You know what? I don't need to be subscribed. If I just write articles, they give me free copies. Okay, that's my excuse. I get a free copy. That's how I get it. But yeah, if he could sort out some form of subscription service, I think he would be okay with that. But like, he's kind of hooing and hawing about it because, like, again, he's an older guy. Like there's a photo of the guy. You know what I mean? Like the guy's a boomer, you know what I mean? Like, like it is what it is. But as again, as we'll say, he's a pretty cool boomer, and he says like, yeah, I was shouting at the liberals on Facebook and I got banned again. What?
Nothing to say. You're laughing.
Oh right, okay, all right. Sorry, I thought. Love the lens flare. You like that? Do you? Nice wee effects. Either way, like I think he sounds like he's a pretty dead on guy. So he is. So like, and also the other thing, he's got like a big selection of people. Like he's got a lot of people that are like now that would definitely be different ends of the spectrum, which I kind of like to see. So I really hope it doesn't turn into like, Mad Scribe, that's that like chud magazine, you know what I mean? I kind of want it to just be a tabletop magazine. I hope that's the way it turns out. Still getting used to yeah. Anyway, look, I think is there anything else to talk about, or he looks like he knows what a beeper is because he had 10. Yeah. Well, what age does he say is? I think he talks about it here, does he? No, it was in. I'll read out the first bit. That's what I'll do, because I think he explains his like ideas of what he wants to do and how he wants to go about it, and like it's kind of like a ridiculous idea. So, a printed gaming magazine in 2023. What's this all about? This issue marks a major step for Mad Scribe Limited, whatever company. With it, we have left a well-known confines of RPG design and entered the murky waters of magazine publishing. Like a lost explorer, I have no idea what lies ahead. So, how did I get here? What does a middle-aged person decide to go outside of their wheelhouse and do something crazy like publish a magazine? As the most unlikely projects, it started with a healthy dose of nostalgia for bygone days, added to a mix where equal parts. Hold on, let me zoom out a wee touch so you guys can see. Oh wait, no, I can't. Hold on, I'll just open. I'm gonna have to mess about with this. Well, just so you guys can have a better view of the screen. Sound good? Yeah, there you go. And then I'm gonna have to take you off the thingy here for a second. There we go. I'll just so I can get this done. Anyway. So with a health, what was it? As with most unlikely projects, start with a healthy dose of nostalgia for bygone days, added to the mix were equal parts of ignorance and determination. I did not know how difficult it was going to be, therefore it should be a piece of cake, and I determined to pull it off. Fake it until you make it. Turns out that if you ask enough people to write articles, you'll eventually get enough content for a magazine. Persistence is key. Honesty is honestly, it's like wrangling cats. I would agree with that. I would not want to be trying to do a magazine in this day and age. Like, mostly because the amount of work you're going to be putting in, I don't think you're ever going to see a return on that. Like, whereas if you just kept to like game design and like doing that sort of stuff, you're going to have, I think you'll have a much easier time trying to sell like RPG books and trying to sell like an RPG magazine, because again, RPG but like magazines, they got outdone by blogs, and blogs got outdone by YouTube. You know what I mean? We're just in a completely different age at this point. So anyway, now some naysayers have proclaimed that paper and ink magazines are no longer a viable medium in this digital age. I disagree. Here's where the ignorance and determination comes in. With this black-pilled take on our mediums of choice, they may yet come a day when all forms of entertainment are accessible only through highly censored and controlled digital mediums, which, yeah, we are seeing that an awful lot of that. Let's not kid ourselves. In which every conceivable piece of metadata on your experience is extracted and sold for profit. But this is not this day. There is something more enjoyable and memorable about the tactile experience attained while thumbing through a real printed paper copy of your favourite book or magazine. This can be said for gaming. No amount of digital microtransactions, regardless of CGI quality, can ever truly replace the physical bonds and memories attained by gaming at a table with friends with miniatures, dice, and books. What if I'm wrong and the mega corporations are soon to be able to do away with all the printed media? Then I'll sit atop a deck of a sinking Titanic. This was before the whole Titanic thing, come to think of it. Defiantly reading a copy of this magazine as I go under. One way that we can keep this ship afloat is by producing great content. In fact, our mission statement will be to produce the industry's best magazine devoted to sword and sorcery, fantasy, science fiction, and tabletop games. Furthermore, we intend to do this in a non-political manner without excessive censorship or morality clauses. Although we are new to this field, our experience gained by publishing our many best-selling books will prove us worthy. This being said, we actively encourage your suggestions and criticisms. We can only adequately serve the community if our finger is on the pulse. We plan to include exclusive interviews with authors, content creators, both new and old. Topical articles, role-playing aids, short-form stories, adventure modules, cosplay images, and more. So yeah, that's what it's all about, and hopefully, I want it to work out, guys. That's all I can say. I really hope it works out, because I think they might be onto something, and it is a shame, like, this sort of medium did die a long time ago, you know what I mean? Like, it did, like, it's dead. Like, when did Dragon Magazine... hold on, let me just Google this. When did... Like, because White Dwarf went away as well, so, Dragon Magazine Wiki. Dragon Magazine was... Okay, so it started first issue 1974, and its final issue in print was 2007, and then its final digital print was, well, digital print, fuck me, can you even call it that, was 2013. There was a total of 359 printed magazines and 430 digital ones, you know? I'm a Zoomer and I'm sub to a magazine or two. Which ones? What is it? Do I still read magazines? Just become a niche, like horse buggy whips and human... Well, yeah, I suppose. But like, that's all I've got to really say about this. I hope the guy sorts out a subscription service. Hopefully he prints my next article. He did seem to really like it, so that was pretty cool. South Vietnam was still a thing. Yeah. Well, that's whenever it started. That's whenever Dragon Magazine started. I have many of the Dungeon and Dragon magazines in PDF file, though. I don't mind sharing. Yeah, I was going through them. I did have, so at one point I did buy the complete collection of White Dwarf magazines. There was a guy, he lived over in Donegal, and he's been through a load of house moves, and he was moving house again, and it was just one of those ones. He's got there was a ton of boxes of White Dwarf, every one since the early 80s, and he sold them to me for 150 quid. So I kept a load of the ones that a load of the ones that I had at one point in my life, so I kept a load of them, and then I sold the rest. I managed to make about 50 quid off that, so I was pretty happy with that, But yeah, hopefully this shit becomes, well, it doesn't become popular per se, it's always going to be niche, but I don't know, it's really cool to be working on something like this. So yeah, is there anything else you guys need, or anything else you guys want to know? Give me any questions before I wrap up here. Mind you, it's coming up to an hour. My voice is beginning to go on me, so it is, guys. Sorry. I was only meaning, she should have scanned them bridges before you sold them. No, you can get the PDFs for White Dwarf online very easily. I don't know if I'm allowed to say where to go, but you can get all the PDFs for White Dwarf very easily online. So can you get a pepperoni pizza? No, you know what? No, we don't actually have any pizza, come to think of it. Megan got a Hawaiian pizza the other day. I was quite, it was one of those ones why? Thoughts on pineapple pizza, Megan? What's your views on it?
I had my first.
Yeah, it was the other day. Yeah.
That wasn't actually bad,
Did you like it?
It was alright.
Yeah, I went across the road. There's a pizza place across from us, and I've never I don't know, I'm not a pizza lover anyway, so I've never tried it. And I went across to get Megan one, and they said it was 2 on Sundays. I was like, yeah, sure, fuck it. So I ended up getting a barbecue pizza, and it was actually alright, so it was.
No, it was decent.
Just say, don't go to such a site okay, don't go to such a site as the
RateMyPoo.com.
No, the internet, the archive internet. You wouldn't be able to find them there ever. No, not the internet archive. That site, you wouldn't be able to find White Dwarf there, so you wouldn't.
No,
I don't think you're going to be able to find them there. That is definitely not the place I would go to find them. Yeah, that's good enough. I don't know what other way to put it to you guys. But yeah, so yeah, I think there's also Man's World, but that's free. What the fuck's Man's World? Do I even want to know what Man's World is? Hold on.
It's a Pornhub.
Man's World. It's a man's world. I'm getting.
It's a man's world.
Let's see, Man's World magazine. Man's
Nothing.
World India.
Nothing.
Yeah, what? You guys are lying to me. This is the site I'm getting up here. What's all this about, guys?
At the end of the day's paid for video, I got a phone call from a scammer.
Oh yes. Oh, you know what? Well, I'll put it on for you guys. So well, this is paid. Yeah, this is a sneak peek at paid for stuff, by the way, guys. Just so you know, I haven't edited it yet. Well, I have edited it. Hold on, let me just turn on the audio. I'll turn the audio up. It was right at the end, so it was. So it was somewhere in here. Let me know if the audio's good.
Just don't look there. Well, I don't want to get these problematic people.
Exactly. They well, just letting you know, it has popped up in my.
The way they fucking.
You know what user like?
Yeah, it's one of those ones. I can't reasonably expect everyone to behave themselves, and I don't want to it's hard to gauge what you guys really
enjoy. Can't hear from you.
Hope you guys enjoyed this. If you like this sort of stuff.
Has popped up on my phone. Suspected scam.
Oh, here we go. Professional, Megan. Unprofessional.
Oh, you know what it is? Suspected scam.
Oh my god, it actually
is. It's literally popped up
turn it
my
on.
phone.
Put it on loudspeaker. Put them on loudspeaker, Megan.
Hello?
Is it a robot?
Hello?
Yeah, hi, ma'am. This is Jerry calling you from Outdoor. How are you?
I'm fine.
Well, actually, ma'am, it's just
Oh, are you going to record the call?
Any public out Like the car which was a hybrid.
No, I'm recording a call as well, just letting you know. It has popped up on my phone, suspect a scam, so.
I just hung up the phones there, so you know that's the thing. They were just like, hello, fucking scammers, man. You know what I mean? What can you do with them? So yeah, that's a sneak peek of Thingy's video. Gumroads. If you guys want, like, I could just edit it and upload it tonight. Like, you know, I don't have a thumbnail yet for it, but like, if you guys want, I could just like throw it up because it's like ready to go. And like the way I look at it, if you're paying for it, like, and it's done, why not? The only thing is, it means you have to wait longer because it's going to be like a week and a half to the next video. Does that make sense? Like, you know, that's the only way to really think about it. Always get weird with them. I should really fuck with them way more often. But anyway, look, that's us. Hopefully you guys consider checking out Matt Scribe. I know I pretty much showed everything in like the first 2 issues, so like keep your eyes out. Maybe you might be interested in picking up the 3rd one because I don't know, like, you know, I'm gonna be in the 3rd one. I think so anyway. But yeah, I'll love yous and leave yous, and we'll see you next time. Throw it up because it's like ready to go. And like the way I look at it, if you're paying for it, it's like ready to go. And like the way I look at it, if you're paying for it, it's like ready to go. And like the way I look